My dear friends, my name is Jacob Fiveash, and welcome to Uncaged Zoo Tours. If you are new to the channel and love animals, I recommend and appreciate you hitting the like, subscribe, and bell icons to join me on my tours. Today, we're going back to Chicago for another tour at the Brookfield Zoo. So far, we've seen koalas, Great Bear Wilderness, and 7 Seas. Our fourth tour will be Desert's Edge, another one of the zoo's indoor exhibits. This section is home to desert animals from Africa and Asia, and we'll learn about how these animals survive in hot and dry places, and even meet some animals that I haven't talked about in a long time. Let's begin. Desert's Edge is located to the left of the Amur leopard in big cats. Inside is a group of meerkats, which are also known as a mob. Meerkats were the inspiration for Timon from The Lion King. Because Timon and Pumbaa are two of my favorite Disney characters, meerkats and warthogs are two of my favorite African animals, naturally. Timon and Pumbaa are a duo, both on stage and screen. Timon is usually a puppet played by an actor painted green to camouflage him in the jungle background and make the audience think the meerkat is smaller like its animal counterpart. The role of Timon is one of the hardest roles to master, due to the puppet's movements putting a strain on the actor's arms, back, and neck. On the other hand, Pumbaa is portrayed by a human-sized puppet, in which the actor wears a backpack and controls the warthog puppet's back legs, mouth, and head. The actor's legs serve as the warthog's front legs. There is also an additional scene where Simba leaps across a log and challenges Timon to do the same. However, Timon falls into the water, is swept downstream, and reaches a waterfall. While Pumbaa starts to worry, Simba is reluctant to save the meerkat because he has flashbacks about Mufasa's death. Luckily, Simba manages to save Timon in the nick of time, but feels guilty for almost causing Timon's death. This scene is incredibly complex for the actors portraying Timon and Pumbaa in the musical because they are performing an action sequence with hard-to-maneuver puppets. The meerkats are neighbors with these Cape porcupines. Cape porcupines are Africa's largest rodent and weigh up to 69 pounds. Cape porcupines are monogamous, which means they mate for life. Cape porcupines mate in only a few seconds to avoid hurting each other with their quills. A Cape porcupine's gestation period is 93 days, which is around 3 months. The female will give birth from 1 to 4 babies, which are called porcupets. When porcupets are born, their quills are soft, but the quills will harden within hours or even days. The next exhibit contains 2 groups of tiny rodents, naked mole rats and their furry cousins, Damaraland mole rats. Like their naked mole rat cousins, Damaraland mole rats are eusocial, which means a single female, or in this case the queen, produces the offspring, while other adults take care of the babies. Damaraland mole rats usually dig after it rains because wet soil is easier to dig through. Because these rodents live underground in southern Africa, they have a race against time to dig through the soil before it hardens. A colony of Damaraland mole rats can dig through 3 tons of soil with their teeth in just 2 weeks. The next exhibit contains a cat from the mountains of Asia. Say hello to the Pallas cat, who I haven't talked about in a long time. These cats live in a different kind of desert, more specifically the rocky, cold deserts and mountains of Central and Western Asia. Pallas cats have the longest and densest fur of any cat. Depending on the season, their fur will change colors. In the summertime, a Pallas cat's fur is somewhat golden, and it has stripes on its head and tail, which is perfect for camouflage. But in the wintertime, the cat's fur grows longer and turns gray, to keep the cat nice and warm. When Pallas cats were first discovered, scientists believed they looked like domestic Persian cats because they are genetically similar to them. Following the Pallas cat is another animal I haven't talked about in a long time. For the first time since my cat country at the Memphis Zoo tour, say hello to these bat-eared foxes. These canines love to eat insects, and 70% of their diet consists of termites. Bat-eared foxes have 46 to 50 teeth, which is way more than most mammals. They also have a special bone formation on the lower part of their jaw, which anchors their muscles. This allows bat-eared foxes to chew faster. Sometimes, bat-eared foxes like to hang around wildebeest, zebras, and Cape buffaloes because they love to eat dung beetles, who use the herbivore's feces to survive. But what about those big ears? Bat-eared foxes can rotate their ears independently to pinpoint the direction of a sound. Next up is a small spotted genet. Is it a cat? No. Genets are part of a group of mammals called viverids. This group of mammals also consists of binturongs and civets. Genets have a tail that's almost twice as long as their body. Their tail helps them balance on trees or rocks when looking for shelter. Like most cats, genets have retractable claws, which helps them grab onto bark. The last exhibit in the building contains a sleeping sandcat, and that wraps up another tour at the Brookfield Zoo. Desert's Edge was a lot of fun, but we still have more to see. Our next tour at the Brookfield Zoo will be Habitat Africa the Forest. We'll see okapis, a Congo peafowl, red river hogs, a dwarf crocodile, an elephant shrew, duikers, and even our first pangolin. Today's question is, what is your favorite Disney character based on an animal? Thank you for watching my videos, and I'll see you next time. You're smart, creative, and kind.